So the U.S. election is set to conclude tomorrow, but we might not see a definitive result until a week or so at least. So let's talk about what could happen here for Bitcoin in the overall crypto market post election. So jump into it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or follow me on X. And let's get into our video here. So Bitcoin price volatility is expected ahead of the election, and here are the price levels to watch. Most analysts agree that volatility is going to be present before and after the election result is announced. We witnessed a sharp 8% correction between October 8th and November 3rd on Bitcoin, and briefly dropped under 67.4. The market, which it is actually right now, it's Bitcoin sitting right now at 67,432. The market expects a volatile trading session heading into the U.S. presidential election results in November the 5th. The current uptrend can be traced back to the lows formed back in September at 52.5. Since then, each Bitcoin correction during its higher high and higher low structure has retested the Fibonacci golden zone between 0.5 and 0.618. Daily close above 68.5 over the next 48 hours could complete the lower time frame bullish structure, with Bitcoin immediately recovering above the 70K psychological level. We'll see if that plays out. We're expecting a ton of volatility, so things could swing either way very quickly. Will a V-shaped recovery happen at 66K? Bitcoin lost the 68.5 level in the daily chart. The next area of interest is around 65 to 66K. Skew is an analyst and says that there is persistent demand around 65 to 66K. During the recent bullish rally, we saw that, and it helped push prices over 70K. So we also have the 66 to 67K range acted as a key resistance level a couple of times before it was breached, and then it supported Bitcoin prices before its recent highs of 73,660. So obviously we need that psychological 70K level back. But we could definitely see some either way action, in my opinion, guys. Like this thing, we don't know where it's going to go, but multiple crypto proponents believe that long-term trajectory is up only for Bitcoin, and that could be a down the line long-term projection. But Charles Edwards is the founder of Capriol Fund and says the current Bitcoin ETF fund trend clearly suggests that the market does not care who will be the next U.S. president long term. I kind of agree with that. I think, if we see some market play here because of the election, I think it's going to be short term. I think eventually Bitcoin's kind of going to waver and just kind of eventually do its path, right? As long as the sitting president doesn't come out with some crazy rules, laws, regulations, that kind of thing, I think that we are still most likely going to have the same thing play out. But in light of a surprise Harris victory, Bitcoin could exhibit short-term price declines until the market volatility kind of cools down. I kind of feel that way as well. I think a Trump victory will most likely push the price up, but it's only going to be short term as well. I think Bitcoin's just going to kind of do what it's going to do, regardless of who becomes president in the short term. It's just going to kind of do its own thing. It's going to be volatile, and then obviously it's going to play out its way it's supposed to. A retest of 62K is possible since over 300 million in leverage points or positions are around this price. So that is something that we could see as well, which could present a buying opportunity for a ton of different altcoins out there, guys. All right, so let's jump over. We're going to take a look at CoinMarketCap right quick. I'm just going to refresh this so we can get the most latest data. Market is down 3.79% over the last 24 hours. And like I said, Bitcoin's sitting at 67.5. It's been fluctuating a little bit. It actually dropped down under 67.5 before I started this video. It's coming up a little tiny bit, but the rest of the market is basically in red. Like we have our biggest leader today is Dogecoin at 3.8%. So I mean that's in the top 100, obviously. But so things are looking pretty volatile. Obviously, we can't wait for tomorrow to kind of figure out. Hopefully we can hear a little bit more about the presidential election. I mean, I'm finding a ton of polls are really all over the place. It depends on who's right and left leaning and what one you're looking at. But really, polls only really go so far as to ask people how they would vote. It doesn't mean they're getting the people out there to do so, right? So polls only really go so far, and then we kind of have to just kind of wait and see what plays out, really. That's pretty much where we're at right now. Obviously, it's a big deal. Presidential election is a huge deal, especially for, especially for crypto, and depends on how things are going to go, right? Because we've got President Trump, who seems to be more crypto friendly. We've got Harris's administration, who has been Biden's administration has been not very crypto friendly. Appointing Gary Gensler as the SEC chair has been an absolute nightmare for the crypto market. Regulation by enforcement and all that stuff has been going on. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully, we get some clear, definitive, movement forward when it comes to crypto and regulations. Obviously, we need some. We don't need, humongous government oversight, in my opinion. However, I think we do need a little bit of security there. But that's always a good thing, especially when it comes to exchanges and how they hold your funds and how they basically move your funds around, that kind of thing. I think that that's probably a good thing, but I just hope they leave DeFi the heck alone. But that's what I got for you guys in this video. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.